Hello everyone, welcome to another pre-modern video on this channel. My name is Marvin, also known as Laycro on Moxforge, and this is a really spicy one today, given that I've been playing a lot of mono black contamination in the last couple of months and years. I wanted to try out a new version of the deck, given that it had a little bit of struggles with certain matchups. So I added another color to the mix, and this is what I'm calling black-green contamination. Quite obvious, the name. So basically what I found out is that either enchantments are a big bottleneck once they hit the battlefield. Always loved, to be honest, the card Pernicious Deed since my childhood. And the green addition to the deck is not making has not a lot of drawbacks for us. We're still playing the 12 colorless sources. I tried Mox Diamond in this list, like a 3-of. Cut it eventually afterwards, since we are having access to 4 Llanowar Wastes, 2 Forest, 1 City of Brass. One can argue that one can play 2, but given that we have the 3 drops and 4 drops here, that as you can see, rather in the mid and long game and late game, I figured out in a pretty decent run of test games that one doesn't always need Mox Diamond in order to make the green work in this deck. The other option that I inserted, and this is the spiciness of this deck, is when we look at the sideboard, let's make that a little bit bigger here for you guys, we have the Oath package. So basically how we sideboard is most of the time when we play against a black deck, a creature deck, burn, and so on, we change Contamination and Nether Spirit for Oath of Druids and to Phantom Nishobas and or an Ancestor's Chosen. So with that, we increase our potential of winning against burn immensely, obviously. The same goes for all the mono black decks that were quite tough, given that Contamination is just a dead draw. So there's a bunch of options that come with the green splash. And I think, especially when we look at the sideboard as well, adding 3 Naturalize to the mix is also increasing our odds against like Replenish, but also against enchantments that are just annoying. Playing a lot against Enchantress recently, and this is just a good addition to the deck. So yeah, I'm really excited for this. Let's hop into the games and see if green adds any value to the mono black list that I was crafting prior. All right, we're here, game 1 against Janus from 1991. And this is lands and Naturalize and Roar of the Wurm. We are on the play, so you can see the Wasteland is always as spells. But other than that, I don't think, like, if we draw a Zombie Infestation off the top, this is a good-ish hand. But for now, I think I'm gonna mull this. Yeah, this is better. One can ship either Smother or Innocent Blood here. Then we can see where we go from there. One can also argue that we don't need 2 Mishra's factories, but we also had a discussion lately in the Contamination channel, and we need at least 1 attacker in the opening hand. That's exactly what we need here. I do think I want to ship Innocent Blood. Might be wrong, but obviously in the dark, one doesn't know what to play against. I will get the Mishra's Factory out here because if it gets Wastelanded, it's fine by me. And one can argue also to attack turn 2 with it. So there's a blue source. We play against Sleight of Hand. This might be Grogatalk, Growatalk, or Storm. If it's Storm, I kept the wrong hand. But let's see. Cabal Therapy off the top. Duress, even better. Yeah, so in that case, let's just see what they're cooking over there. Yeah, it's Storm. Um, so for Storm in general, you got Brain Freeze, Frantic Surge. Here, take the Medallion for sure. He has plenty of ways to get to redraw, but he only has 2 lands. So if we take a look at his hand, we need to get, so no Sapphire Medallion. He needs to find something with his cantrips. Okay, he found a land. There's the sleight of hand, which will probably find a stone eventually. So the stones are the ones that are actually important for us to cover. Naturalize not the best here. We're going to slam the Zombie Infestation. And I think just gonna to make 2 zombies end step because we need to pressure him really fast. So I don't think that playing the Mishra is fast enough. There's the opt. So we know his hand is Frantic Surge, Snap, Brain Freeze, Teferi's Isle, and 2 unknown. There's the Isle. There's a Cloud of Fairies, so probably he can go off right now with a Snap, because he generates 3 mana in the process. So now there's the Frantic Surge. Unfortunately, like I had a lot of arguments around whether I should get the shuffle effect into the deck Gaia's Blessing. But I've decided against it since I want to mill myself with the Oath of Druids and then have like Wurm's Flashback and all the Flashback cards available. So that was the initial idea behind it. But now we can't just F6 because like we need to probably if he fizzles we have like a really decent clock. Okay, so there's another Cloud of Fairies. So now he's up 6 mana. But one can fizzle when you don't have a stone in play that reduces stuff. There's a Merchant Scroll, so probably he's going to meditate here with 1 mana left. So let's see. The Naturalize is actually not bad in this matchup, given that we need to get rid of the medallions as soon as possible, or as quickly as possible. Obviously, the best hand would have been discard here. There's the Frantic Surge. Yeah, Meditate wouldn't have done it because he's back on 1 mana. He has a Storm count of 6 right now. So I will actually, like, if he Brain Freezes me, that might might be a chance to mill multiple Nether Spirits, which is not a good thing. So actually, given that he went off right now, I would have been better off playing the Mishra's Factory. Given that I need to keep the Naturalize, maybe that was a mistake. But let's see where he ends up in this round. There's a lot of untapping going on right now. He's at Storm 6, but he needs to go at least... Like, I'm at 52 cards, right? So, should take him a lifetime. He's discarding a Helm, actually. So probably he drew a Helm or a Medallion. And now he has 2 cards in hand, which is Brain Freeze and 1 unknown. He has all the time in the world. Cloud of Fairies, you got it. You should tap another land in order to untap it. Okay. Brain freeze. You got it. That's 21 cards, or no, it's Storm 8. So uh, 24A. So now he's at 0 cards. Let's see what we mill here. All the Cabal Therapies in the world. 1 Nether Spirit. 1 Call of the Herd. Yeah. Only 1 Nether Spirit in graveyard, correct? So I shouldn't discard the other one. But I will for sure discard Naturalize and Smother here. So now I'm at 28 cards still remaining in the deck. So probably he went off a little bit too fast. There's Contamination. This should lock it up. Because there's no way to get back from this from his side. So now I attack. Yeah, there's no card that he can draw. Gets him out of this. Yeah. There we go. Contamination off the top. Always wins. Alright, so against this deck we want the Naturalizes actually for the stones, even though that's a little bit late most of the time, but there is an argument. Yeah. Nah. I think it's just the Naturalizes, to be honest. And Naturalize is just easier than Pernicious Deed because we don't need Pernicious Deed in this scenario. Because we will have just a 1-for-1 for a stone. If he has 2 stones, he goes off immediately. So that will be a little bit too late. This can be a finisher. A card that's dead is Smother and Innocent Blood. So we don't have a bunch of good options here. I think that Engineered Plague, we can play 2 on Fairy. So that he can't snap it back. And then other than that, I think the best option could be Pernicious Deed, even though I rooted against it. But it gets rid of stuff, right? So I think exiling cards from his graveyard. If he plays AK, then yes. Even better than nothing. Maybe like that. I mean, not really a prominent deck that you see in the format currently. But we are on the draw here, so let's see where it goes. Double discard Nether Spirit, all for it. And also Rishadan Port, not bad in this matchup, to be honest. So stripping him 2 cards is a snap keep. That like it's not always enough, obviously, but we'll do the trick. Teferi's Isle. So this is going to be phased out and then phased in. There's another Cabal Therapy. That's awesome. So let's start with the Duress. There's a medallion. I should have apparently I should have named. So next turn he can. It's phased out. So I will take the Frantic Surge here. And then we take 2 Sapphire Medallion because this will phase out now. He probably doesn't know that. Okay. So there's another one. So now we'll name Sapphire Medallion. Get a 2-for-1. Amazing. Sapphire Medallion. So now I see a Sleight of Hand and Cloud of Fairies. So I know his hand is those 2. I will actually then play the port. And then next turn, we can start also porting his Teferi's Isles because they will phase out anyway. That's why Rishadan Port is so good in this matchup, actually. Because we can slow him down, and he needs, literally, if like stuff is coming in, of course he can untap lands, but I think the Rishadan Port is a good counter to the Teferi's Isle. There's the Sleight of Hand. There's another land. Fair. There's a Merchant Scroll. Cabal Therapy got that covered. Also land will do it. Like black mana will do it. So I can play Nether Spirit and then also flashback to Cabal Therapy here. Well, it's actually Frantic Surge, isn't it? Meditate. Meditate or Frantic Surge? Actually, guys, I tried to play the Storm deck. I failed. I really failed to manage it correctly. All right, get the meditate. No meditation. Oh, meditate. Here we go. Cloud of Fairies, meditate. Cloud of Fairies, only card in hand. We get another Spirit back every single turn. We can port him for a lifetime. So for him to storm Alfir, yeah, there will be another meditate. A null. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Because if he's not annulling the contamination here, is just losing. Actually, so I can port, but I'm not really afraid of him. What can he top deck? He can, okay, he can top deck meditate. Would be really bad for me. Yeah, I think that's the only top deck, right? So he has 3 in a deck. I can speed up the clock, but I can also speed up the clock here, right? So I think I just get his annul or his Cloud of Fairies. Is it annul or Cloud of Fairies? Because we win by damage this game, I think. And yeah, I think I take the Cloud of Fairies. Of course, if I top deck, Contamination, I win. But given that I'm on the aggro, or given that I'm on the attacking plan here, I think that's the better play to do. And if I can port his Teferi's Isle plus attack, so he drew a land. There's another green. I just told you in the introduction that like green is not a big issue to get, but here I am showcasing the other way around. Yeah, I don't care about the annul. And even if he has annul still in hand, I can flashback Cabal Therapy. And that's another land, sure. So now he has 3 lands. I don't really like if he has 3 lands either way. So if he draws meditate, it's not a big deal. So I think what I can do here is actually speed up the clock. Because I have 4, 6, 6. And then it's a 2-turn clock. And I don't really care about him like drawing meditate into. Yeah, okay, medallion's fine. With a null in hand, medallion is fine. Of course, Frantic Surge would be a big deal. And there's the green source. See, one can always draw the green source when it's needed. I think I want to get rid of this right away. Because if he draws Frantic Surge, that's mana positive. Oh, fuck's sake. Damn it. Just skipped. So now it's unfortunately not a 2-turn clock. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. Don't blame me for it in the comments. Quite early over here still. There's another medallion, sure. Hopefully this is not going to haunt us that we give him another turn. There's the Naturalize. There we go. I mean, yeah, we don't need to play the elephant, to be honest. Like, we just don't. I just made a mistake last turn, otherwise he would have been dead right now. But so he has 3 mana and an null in hand. He's not coming back from this, right? I don't think so. Like, there's no way. Even if you draw Frantic Surge into Meditate, into... Yeah, then you're just... Yeah. There we go. Game 1, 1-0. See you next round. Alright, everyone. Welcome to the next one. Here we are on the play, and I think this is a keep. Got a 1-lander, but you got double discard plus Nether Spirit, which is always great. We kick it off with a Duress. We need to draw lands eventually. Oh, that's a wild one. That's a wild one. Fling, Mox Diamond, Tinker. Ancient Tomb, so it's literally he just needs an artifact, then he can tinker. So we'll take the tinker. And then next turn is also Enlightened Tutor. We got the Naturalize, which is okay for the Mox eventually. But we need to see where this goes. There's the Ancient Tomb. There's the Mox Diamond. Not gonna take this. The answer for it in hand. He just naturally drew an altar. Well, okay. In that case, Cabal Therapy naming. Now he enlightened Tutors. Oath of Druids. Yeah. We will name Devourer here. Because Fling is not going to do anything, that's just the other part of the combo. Yeah. So his hand is now just Fling. And Oath of Druids in a minute. We need to find a way to find one land, then discard Nether Spirit, get it into our graveyard, get it back, and then flashback Cabal Therapy eventually. But he has Oath now. Which is not a big deal at the moment, because we have this Naturalize. If we would draw lands, well, it plays 27 lands, right? So the deck plays 27 lands. That was his top deck, okay. At least he got the lands. All right. So right now, I think what I'm going to do is discard Nether Spirit, ping us for 1. And we can choose whether we want to have it back. But it's good that it sits there in our graveyard. Obviously, if we draw a green source, Pernicious Deed will do the rest, but let's see. So 1 card in hand, 1 Fling. But Nether Spirit can always hit the Fling eventually. Like, we just sacrifice it here into the Cabal Therapy. Okay, that's another level. Now we will... What else can he got? Like, and against Pernicious Deed, what he could have is Naturalize because he plays all the colors, but I don't think that he's having this. So I for sure know about Fling. So we'll take this first. Another altar. Fair. I will just get the Pernicious Deed down now. And then next turn blow it up eventually. I know that he has another altar, but getting rid of Mox Diamond and Oath of Druids is just golden. And then we can get back Nether Spirit and just pressure him with that. And even if he top decks Oath of Druid, we have Innocent Blood. Or another Pernicious Deed. So quite good setup, I would say. 2 mana. Naturalize off the top. Is this Naturalize? Gaia's Blessing, sure. He's not shuffling back the Nether Spirit, actually. So, as I want to get rid of... okay, that's great for us. We want to get rid of Pernicious Deed for 2. And then we're gonna Rishadan Port. And then port his cities, which is an additional clock for us. Of course, one can argue that one needs to tap down the Ancient Tomb, but this is an additional clock that we have, and Nether Spirit is the other one. I know that he replays that, but we gotta naturalize for it. I do want to play this out. Now we got a 3 damage per turn, so a 4-turn clock. I don't think that I wanna... Do I want to... Yeah, so in response I can still kill the naturalize the altar. So if the altar is killable in response, then I'm good. Defense grid. I think that's fine. I can get rid of both with the Pernicious Deed, but I don't think we need to. Just playing out this land. So we can 1, 2, 3, 1. Just gonna attack here. I think it's like this is a 2-turn clock. I still want to have the 2-turn clock. So what I'm doing here is naturalize here. Because now I know that in his upkeep, I can just not tap that one. I can just tap that one and redo that so it's a 2-turn clock instead of a 3-turn clock. So that matters actually. Yeah. Okay. All right. Sideboarding plans. He plays Oath himself, and he's on the combo plan. So what we actually need is naturalizes en masse. I do think that even though he plays Mox Diamond, the best card against him is just Pernicious Deed. So we will keep the Nether Spirit Contamination plan, I think. Because even though we trigger our Oath of Druids and get the Phantom Nishoba, he triggers it and just wins the game on the spot. Raw of the Wurm not looking really great. Also Sickening Dreams not great. Smother is not hitting anything. I think the Charm... He plays Gaia's Blessing for sure. He plays Oath. Do I need to exile cards from his graveyard is the question. I don't think so. So I think that just the Sickening Dreams comes back in as a discard strategy. Alright, so we know that Wasteland is golden against him. Double Zombie Infestation, not great. Innocent Blood, if he goes for the quick combo kill, too slow. Factory is pressuring him. We can dump our whole hand into Zombie Infestation and go from there with Wasteland backup. So that's our game strategy. It might be enough. The question is he dropping Oath of Druid to number 2? After seeing the first game, is he not siding it out? And Mishra's Factory can work under the Oath plan, even. So I think that's decent. It's not a great hand because we don't have discard, but I think it's good enough for the game plan that I was just talking about. So let's see. Permanent Heart in the tank here. What to play first? Probably another Mox Ancient Tomb hand. So depending on what he plays, we can start with Wasteland or with Mishra's Factory. If he's so explosive on turn 2, because most of the time this deck goes turn 1 Ancient Tomb into Altar or something else, or Crystal Vein, yeah. Yeah, he's all for it. Yeah, actually, I think we need to Wasteland here. He's at 3 cards in hand already, so pretty heavy mulligan. There's a Gemstone Mine. Yeah, so that's a good draw, obviously. Let's see what he's cooking over there. Double Tinker, Altar. Yeah, take the Altar. Double Tinker is fine. I mean, if he's just going for Phyrexian guy, I can just Innocent Blood it if he's not immediately winning with it. Skeletal Scrying is fine for later. We will go with Zombie Infestation. The dumping my whole hand plan is questionable right now, given that he can always top deck. But we need to pressure, right? Right now he's at 4 cards in hand, so we will definitely discard 1. Skeletal Scrying I will probably keep, given that I can redraw 2 cards. I think this is just too slow. Yeah, we'll make 1 zombie. 1 zombie, it's fine. The other one I will wait with, because we have the Mishra's Factory already. There's the second Innocent Blood. So we'll play the Mishra's Factory first, see what we can newly control this one, so we will make this one a creature. Attack. And then pump. 4 turn clock it is. We can speed it up actually when we want to go all in this plan. If he misses a land drop right now, I will go all in. Because I can discard make a zombie. Discard make a zombie. Double activate, it's 4, 6, 8. So it's a 2 turn clock. Okay, there's a Mox Diamond. So probably not going to do that. So now you will Tinker. Sacrificing Mox Diamond. It's fine that we redraw the Innocent Blood. So now we will see. Oh, Contamination. I think like this wins anyway. I think we will. He will make this bigger anyway, so we will Innocent Blood first. Because he can just make it bigger and block. And now we leave him with nothing. So yeah, that's the match. Let's go. See you in the next one. Alright everyone, we are playing against Psychotok. The one and only. Hope that it's not Psychotok and we will keep this hand. It's decent. We got Duress turn 1. Always great. Wasteland, good spell. Double Cabal Therapy, strip his whole hand. Depending on what he has. Okay, so it is a tempting Wurm deck. I love that deck. The rack, pretty good against us. Call of the Herd. Okay, if he wants to start Treetop Village. Yeah, we'll take the turn 1 play. And then we need to take Tempting Worm. Or do we? Because we can just dump the Pernicious Deed. I don't know. I don't know here. Let's wait up. Zombie Infestation, eh? We can also dump that. And we have the removal for the... I think I'm not going to do anything here. Because I want him to slam the Tempting Worm. Because then we can deploy Pernicious Deed plus Zombie Infestation. If he's doing that. Okay, he's not. Yeah, fine. City of Brass, okay-ish. Cabal Therapy, let's take the call right now. Double Tempting Worm? Okay, that's too tempting though. That is too tempting. Double Tempting Worm, Funeral Charm, Llanowar Wastes. So his hand is Funeral Charm and Llanowar Wastes. That's just amazing. I will strip him of mana right now. So now he has 2 mana. We can dump Zombie Infestation next turn. We have a removal for... Okay. Does he want to play? Oh, there's Duress. That's actually good for him. Yup. Now we're staring. Staring contest. Contamination off the top, obviously. I have a feeling that I need the 4th Nether Spirit because Cabal Therapy Nether Spirit combo is way too good to pass up. Okay, there's the 3rd land. We will get a green here. City of Brass, by the way, good addition to the deck in my opinion. Play 2 of these right now. And we're also playing 27 lands because most of our lands are utility lands like Port or Wasteland or Mishra's Factory. The Rag, pretty okay-ish top deck here. He can now Funeral Charm us. We got rid of Contamination here. Yep. So now we take 2. It's a true clock. But we have time to do so. Cabal Therapy. So we don't know what he has, right? Do we? No. We'll just take it. I can take 1 here, right? I can take 1. Going down to 50. Contamination, okay. If he doesn't have any discard, I'm fine by just sitting here. We have the removal for the Treetop Village in Pernicious Deed and Smother. Cabal Therapy. Yeah, now he takes the Smother, which is kind of a bummer. Nether Spirit would be golden here. Probably gonna rethink the deck a little bit, but write me in the comments how you think we should rearrange the deck a little bit. But I think just like Pernicious Deed is way too good to pass on. There's the Mishra's Factory, good draw. I will play that out. I'm not like really letting that sit in hand. There's the Call of the Herd flashback. And now we get to a point when we need to actually... Okay. I will trade another Duress, sure. So match this card. We're still at a decent amount of life. We have life draws en masse. Takes contamination actually. I will trade with the factory, I think. But do I? It's a good 2-for-1, right? He doesn't have anything in graveyard anymore. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pop this for 1. Rid of both of these. Tempting Wurm off the top. That would be devastating. Whoops. Yep. I got rid of 2 already. Come on. Zombie Infestation. That's not bad. Let's play that. Could have at least had like 1 permanent card in my hand to get a little bit of value out of the Tempting Wurm. Yep. Now I just take 5 first. See what his follow-up play is. I actually love this deck. Like, another Call of the Herd. Tough. Duress not gonna do it. Yeah. Call of the Herd also really good in terms of against this card. Like, it's one of my favorite cards in the format. That's why I tried to splash green here, but we haven't had any chance to find something here. All right, so what we'll do here is pitch Duress and Sickening Dreams. Wow, misclicked there. Doesn't really matter, I think. Activate probably as a removal in hand because we haven't had any creatures. So I will just... I can trade here. I need to block both of these, otherwise I'm dead. So block here, block here. Oh well, I would rather block here. Makes more sense. And then pump this. I think there's nothing that we can draw into. There's a removal spell on that as well. So I take 6. Yeah. I don't think that we can get out of this now. Yeah. A little bit too late. Let's see. Game number 2. Of course, this is a good matchup for the Oath of Druids plan. I think other than that, I think big creatures are okay. We should get just rid of those. I think even Ancestor's Chosen is fine if we can mill into it. Because it gets us so much life that we're eventually ahead. Or do we? Yeah, I think we need... Other than that, we don't actually need stuff, I think. Ebony Charm. What do we need to exile? Well, it's good against the... It's good against the Call of the Herds. Meh, maybe. Let's try it. Sickening Dreams not really good. All these creatures are really big. At least we can't deal 3 damage to them. We got plenty of removal. The Naturalizes could be good against the wreck, and probably he also plays Pernicious Deed. But I don't think that it's somewhat better than a 6/6 Wurm because he has Smother only. Yeah, let's try that. Decent. Discard against discard, Naturalize, Oath of Druids. Green mana, keep. Start with the Duress. Take his discard, if possible, so that he has no visibility on the Oath. That he has Cabal Therapy. He will never name Oath of Druids. Never. He will play the wreck turn one otherwise. He will never name any one of these, right? So I'll take the wreck. Even though I have the answer for it. I would just poke around that, right? If he's actually taking it, if he names Oath of Druids, I will scoop. Like, no one will name that. No one knows about this deck, right? Yeah, Zombie Infestation. This is what I would have named. Okay, so now he knows about the Oath, but he has Rag, Bloodstained Mire, Wasteland. So we will Rishadan Port because then he needs to Wasteland first. Because it's too annoying? Yes. Alright. Now we know that he has those 4 cards in hand. I will play Mishra's Factory first. I will not expose to Oath of Druids yet. Okay. That's a good Wasteland target, isn't it? So we will activate. I don't really care if he plays Call of the Herd next turn. I want him actually to do that. But the thing is, if I'm having a clock and him not really doing much, I think the game plan is to just keep him off mana. And he just drew that, right? So he hadn't had that prior. Cabal Therapy, Oath of Druids. Of course he rips a Cabal Therapy off the top. But even if, like, it doesn't really matter since, like, if we play this out, he probably has 4 Naturalize in the deck. So it's actually better if he already played a Cabal Therapy for the odds, what he can top deck. To go with that plan? I don't know, maybe. But we're good here. We're really good here. That's the Bloodstained Mire that you already had. There's a Rishadan Port. I think I will Duress here first. Get the Call of the Herd. Double Tempting Worm? Well, wild stuff is wild. Not really afraid of this right now. If he top decks another Cabal Therapy or Duress, maybe. Ravenous Rats. Yeah. Yeah, Rishadan Port. Ravenous Rats. Insanely good here. Because now he can sacrifice them, get my Pernicious Deed, next turn plays Tempting Worm. Such a good combo. Really nice deck though. Love it. Innocent Blood, not bad. Unfortunately, he has 2 of them, so not that great either. Double Tempting Worm in hand. He has no green mana yet. Well, whatever said. Yeah, that's Tempting Worm. I don't put anything into play, my friend. Hopefully we draw anything that we can get into play. Of course we don't. Innocent Blood, you. Or us. Innocent Blood each. And then attack for 2. At least we got him at 10 already, and we have plenty of removal for the Tempting Worm in the deck. So let's see and hope it's still 4-turn clock. Plus play it right now. And now he doesn't know what we have in hand. So he does have Call of the Herd though, yeah. So probably gonna play that first. Wasteland, not really good here. Gonna play it though. Duress. Yeah. You got it. I don't have a Cabal Therapy, unfortunately. He had 2, which is such a great card in the matchup. Yes, Tempting Worm. Amazing card. No attacks though. Zombie Infestation, not bad actually. Right now it's not great, but it's like it's just the same as we had game 1. I will trade the Mishra's Factory for the Elephant though. Not for the Tempting Worm. But at least we can turn this Duress into something. Wow. Pernicious Deed off the top. Wasteland, eh? We can strip him off 3, and this is what I need to do. Actually, that's why I played it. We need to strip him off green. Because otherwise he can just activate that too. Not that great draws, actually. How this lined up. Tempting Worm, just really good card. In a combination with this card, obviously. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we can't block for days, but Cabal Therapy, not gonna do it. Better actually to have it. Probably he drew a removal anyway, right? But better to have a blocker here with 2 discard spells. I don't want a double block here. No attacks. Wow. Okay. That's a little bit strange, I would say. Maybe it just misclicked. Like, I would 100% attack at least with the Worm. Or he doesn't have any removal and he doesn't want me to double block, but then he still has the Elephant going, right? Strange things. I will make a zombie. Because now he can name whatever he wants. So we don't lose a card, so potentially if we draw another land or a dead draw, we can still turn it into another zombie. Is the idea behind that. Naturalize? Why is he afraid of that? Okay. The non-attack, see, that's what I meant with dead draws. And now we can just build a fort, so to speak, with these zombies. And apparently he doesn't have any removal, so that's why he's not doing anything. And we can just keep that in hand. Wow. Great draws. Amazing. This is how we draw up a game. The rack is good, actually. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. He's not drawing lands, at least. We still have the live draws of Pernicious Deed. Yeah, just that draws here. Just that draws. Eventually we'll find a land, but he's also at 5 cards in hand, so this Curse Scroll not gonna do anything. And we can wait to make zombies. I will actually play this. Alright, not much happening. Okay, Call of the Herd. Do I play this? I think I play a land. I think I also... I'm fine with playing this. It blocks really well. And we still have 4 cards in hand. Even through this card, we don't lose a life against the wreck. Another wreck, sure. Alright. I'm going to play this out. Rats, yep. I will for sure discard a card. And now he triggers my Oath if he doesn't. Yeah, he wants to Cabal Therapy me, that's fine. Seeing 3 lands. Can I draw a Smother or something like that? That would seal the deal already to some extent. Now I will probably... Ebony Charm. He has a Cabal Therapy in the graveyard, but we can still... Can give something fear. That's also a thing for Ebony Charm, right? One, two, three, four. 4 damage, 7 damage for sure. No. Okay. Just holding that up. We can play another elephant, but then he gets a trigger. That gets rid of a Mishra's Factory. Okay, that deals 2 damage to me. Now actually the thing is those racks are actually wrecking me. Innocent Blood. Actually not good. Well, it is at some point because let's play Innocent Blood. I get rid of a zombie. He gets rid of the elephant. I replay an elephant. He gets a trigger. Do I want him to get a trigger? I can get him a trigger, right? Because, like right now, I don't think. Yeah. So what the worst case scenario is that he gets Tempting Wurm into play. Or a rat. A rat would also be really great for him. Like any sort of discard. But then I take 6. There's another Tempting Wurm, damn it. Okay. I don't want to put anything into play. But now I could take 6. And then we have 2 blocks, 1 zombie, 1, 2, 6 damage. Damn it. Yeah, it's not gonna do it. I will for sure block with 1 only. So I take 2. I will activate that one. That in any order. So here I don't want to play Innocent Blood, do I? Do I want to play Innocent Blood? Because then I take 2 again. But then next turn I can attack for lethal. But I don't need to, right? I have good blockers. Why should I? Yeah, it's just stupid. I don't need to flash back anything, because otherwise he gets a trigger, then he gets a rat probably, he discards cards. Okay. You can hope, mate. You have 6 cards in hand, come on. It's not gonna happen. That is not gonna happen. What the hell? Does he have like 6 swarms? Is he serious? Like, I want to see his hand after this match. Just asking if it's all swarms. Ridiculous. Please let me know if I could have played this deck a little bit better. I think that I played it a little bit loose here. So let's see what he says. Yep, all swarms. Okay. So I'm literally at a 2-turn clock here. But to be honest, if he doesn't have any discard spells here, I'm good. If he has Stupor, I'm dead. Well, I will. Yeah, I'm still dead then. But... Okay. So here, we'll take 4. 2. Oh, nothing. We take nothing. Sure. We will. Damn it, he's one point short, so I can give it. Potentially, I could have given it 4. I can still, and then I play Ebony Charm. I will do that. That's the spice kill. Otherwise, I would go for Innocent Blood. We both sacrifice a creature. He needs to chump. Is there anything that can go wrong? Target creature gains fear. Boop. If he has a removal for it, it's Snuff Auto, so I'm gonna cry. Okay, so gonna attack with fear and lifelink. And then out of the blue, let's not spoil anything. So first of all, it needs to connect. Okay, so now he's at 1. And ladies and gentlemen, this is Ebony Charm for you. Gonna pay a life, cast that one. Target opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. Target opponent. All right, that was a fun one. That was a fun one. Okay, let's go to game three. Um, that I won this one is insane. Contamination not really great. Nether Spirit neither. I think still that given that he's playing so many Duresses and stuff like that, and then it adds up with the how's it called? Then it adds up with the he has only Cabal Therapy, and I think Ancestor's Chosen against the Wurm is still fine. I don't know. Tough spot. I think we still go with the Oath plan. Uh, funny one, funny game too. We need to take a little bit uh, one eye on the clock here with 10 minutes, but Duress takes the Oath probably, or my Duress because he has Naturalize, but he takes the Duress, so he has Naturalize. Um, that's good because we will now take Naturalize. And he has Cabal Therapy, Duress, Curse Scroll. So much discard. Freak's sake. But I think those are the calls that you just do, right? With a deck like this. You need to, like, if they take Duress over Oath of Druids here, it's 100% sure that they... And now they need to take the Oath of Druids because I have double infestation. Or they will take double infestation. Maybe. He'll take double infestation. Okay. And then he has another Duress for the Oath. Yeah. So literally, we're back at 0. And Skeletal Scrying is a good draw for being at 0. Um, let's tap that one. Both ugly, but so are mine cards here on Magic Online. Curse Scroll, yeah, you got it, mate. You got it. I will sit back for one turn, tap his mana, because with one mana he can't do anything. And then next turn I will play City of Brass and then go for Skeletal Scrying for 3. Which will be a big deal here. Please don't. Come on! The top decks are real. The top decks are real. At least I got the City of Brass. What top decks are those, man? Rishadan Port. So I can actually do it for 1, 2, 3, 4, which is good. I can draw 4 cards now. Also lose 4 life, but eventually I will find a removal spell. Which will cost me another 6 life. Call of the Herd from the top. I mean, it's insane how he draws, right? One need to say that. 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, that was wrongly tapped. Wrong. Undo. Okay. Cancel. Now we play this. We get a black from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Skeletal Scrying, one of my favorite cards in the format. Wow. Literally nothing? Okay, at least we got an innocent blood. God damn it. And we also need to exile this Call of the Herd. So first of all, I need to ping myself again for innocent blood. And he has 1 card in hand, so even if I tap that down, he can Curse Scroll me. Okay, need to tap that lands. Yep. Take 2. Otherwise he could have killed my Mishra, so that's okay. It's okay-ish. I need to double block next turn with the Mishra. And port him. Close to get out this. It's not lost, but it's still not great. We are at 1. Well, we are eventually, if we draw a black source, we are at 2 due to the Ebony Charm. And he can still ping me, so then I'm dead anyway. Yeah, so now I get rid of the like this is the perk of like this is one of those games where I actually don't have the black mana to do stuff. What yeah. So I'm just dead here. We can play the following. Tap target land. Ha. GG's. GG's. Good game. Alright guys, here for the conclusion. Were some tough matches. It doesn't like to be honest with you, I've played the mono black version of this deck plenty of times, like over like 300 matches with this, and I think that's just better. The mono black one is just better than that one. This one is more fun when it comes to like actually bringing Oath in. If you like playing Oath in general, it has more against burn potentially. It's also better against like even better against goblins and stuff like that, I would say. But the matchups that we went against discard, stuff like that, black white control, probably not winnable with the current setup. Um, this is, but to be honest, this is also really hard for mono black, right? Um, but it does it not as consistent, and I think my changes I would make to the deck are actually playing 4 Nether Spirit, 3 Contamination. Game 1 got all in on the combo with Pernicious Deed backup, and then Sideboard plan having more to it than just the Oath plan. So probably 1 or 2 more removal, stuff like that. But I still need to make my mind around it. So please write me in the comments below how you found the deck, what your take would have been in all of those matchups, and what I can change to the deck to make it a little bit better. So really looking forward to your feedback there, and also recording plenty more videos in the upcoming days. So take a look and an eye on this channel, and as always, see you in the next games. Cheers, mates.